Yeah. I was saying, you mentioned the $1 million topic, the symbolism.
Oh yeah, I don't the topic's already done. Matter of fact, we live, y'all. Matter of fact, so let me start recording. Let me get everybody to mute their mics real fast. Peace and Black Power, everybody. I want to welcome you to another NCRBGZ Productions. And with that being said, we got a nice show set up for the family today. You know, we want to talk about the aftermath of the protesting. And like always, I want to thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule for watching the show, watching the playback. You know, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, let us know what you think. You know, because at the end of the day, we do this for y'all. And without y'all, it would be impossible for us to even have a show. So again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching and you know, and being on this journey with us, because it's all a learning phase and we are all trying to come into our own form of knowledge and understanding. And with that being said, you know, like always, I want to give my panel members the opportunity to introduce themselves, you know, and just say hi to the family.
Peace, everybody. This is Nev Ump, Amin Ray. Find me on Facebook. Here to learn, listen to learn, and add on and take away from.
This Master U, I'm here, just like Ned Bunk said, just here to learn, grow, and you know, get different perspectives on the dialogue. That's it.
What's up, family? Peace, family. This is the African American Government, Kenneth McNeil on Facebook. You know, I look forward every time I'm on here. Good dialogue and you know, different perspectives from everybody. It's gonna be a good topic tonight.
Brad, you net.
That's Thomas Murray. I'm from Robinson County, North Carolina, Native American on here, and I'm just out here on these roads, man, all over this country, so I can give you a really good perspective of what it's like everywhere.
All right, and so I thank everybody, thank my panel members for being up here, taking their time out their busy schedule to talk to us. So, you know, everybody know what's been going on in the world. We all know what's going on, particularly in America. We know what started it, and we know that the stages that we're in. And with that being said, you know, so you have a lot of protesting going on all over. You have some looting, you have some rioting, you know, and you have some people on the fence that believe that the looting and I mean the looting and the rioting is you know, you got a lot of people, you got people on both sides of the aisle. Some that say it's no good, some that say that, you know, it's positive or we should be doing it, some saying that we shouldn't do it, you know. And you have some people who have saw the incident at hand that what started this, and it has actually got some of these people out of the houses. And wherein you have new people that are coming into the struggle that wasn't in the struggle at first. And so it seemed like this incident is allowing new people to come into the struggle, and also it's putting a wedge, but it's also bringing together a group of people that at one time it seemed like we would never be able to work together. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about how in war, right? Let's look at in wars, right? In World War II, a lot of the countries that United States went to war with, after the war was over with, the countries they went to war with became enemies, and the countries who they was at war with became allies, right? So it seems like in wartime that you may go to war with someone that eventually will be your enemy, and who you at war with may be your ally. Meaning that sometimes in war, you have to align with people that usually you wouldn't align with to get a job done, right? So with that being said, you have different people with different perspectives on everything that's going on. And I think that it's good for us to sit down here and talk about it. And actually I wanted to talk about the protests, because I actually went out protesting yesterday. It was good to put my feet to the pavement again and go out there with the people and get a pulse of the people. Because you can watch it all you want to. When you actually out there with the people, you get a pulse of the pulse, and you get to feel the heartbeat of actually doing it, and you get a pulse for the people, make you feel good, man. But at the same time, you got to understand it's a bigger picture, and you got to understand that what is going on and what is the outcome of what is going on, where this thing is headed. How can we be prepared for the next stages of where it's headed to? And with that being said, I want to give y'all opportunity on y'all to jump in. What do y'all think is going to happen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Well, for one, from a financial perspective, I think this here is going to affect the stock market. The stock market is going to be down tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be down. Well, that's my just prediction based on the rioting and looting and all that stuff that's kind of going on. That's one thing that I think, you know what I'm saying, from a financial point of view. And also too, if you are, I would definitely say if you are somebody who's Black, I say, it's been time for you to get your house in order, but we talk about just like economics and stuff anyway. So there's definitely an opportunity for you to make sure your money in order. And people always be like, well, F money, we out here protesting. I understand what you're saying. I get it. I understand what you're doing. But what I'm saying, when all that stuff is over with, then what? You get what I'm saying? When all this stuff is over with, do you have money and stuff necessarily to sustain yourself and to sustain your family? Also, too, man, I think what's going to come out of this, I'm not saying it's going to be no type of race war, but I think something like that will be heavily pushed, man. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think something like that will definitely be heavily pushed. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I do, man. I do. This just looking at the media and how things are playing out. It's either going to be a race war or you're going to have people violently attacking the police. And I think that will incite other stuff to where you got people kind of drawing a line and picking sides. You get what I'm saying? So, and either way, man, it's not going to be good for nobody. I'm not saying it's unnecessary. I'm definitely not saying that. But I do know the outcome of that ain't gonna be good, man. A lot of people talk a lot of tough talk. A lot of people ain't never shot no gun, they ain't never shot at nobody. Some people ain't never even shot an animal. But get what I'm saying? But so quick to talk about how they'll take somebody's life. You dig what I'm saying? So, a lot of people talk a lot of stuff, man. That's an any color. Saying I kill, I do this though. Yeah, okay. When push come to shove, then I'll see. You know what I mean? So some people scared to fight. Forget a gun. They scared. They scared to fight, bro. So shut.
Some of them's never been hit in the face, man.
Yeah, that's my piece.
Yeah, so hey Thomas, Brad, go on and tell everybody about yourself, man. And what you stand for. Tell everybody about yourself, what you stand for, man. Tell everybody about yourself and what you stand for.
I stand for is being united. Whatever comes after this, man, nothing good's going to come out of it until we unite. That's just that.
I don't see no. How do y'all, when y'all say unite, who y'all talking about unite with?
everybody needs to get behind this, because what's going on with this, man, is systematic. You know, they're systematically destroying our businesses anyway. This is why I couldn't even be mad at them. You know, I mean, with the rioting and the burning and all that, I'm like, what are you mad at them for? This whole coronavirus thing, it was a systematic burn down of our way of life, man. And nobody got up and rioted and burnt nothing in. Nobody really cared because they didn't see any visual flames, man. You know, but that's what the system was doing. They were burning us down already. You know, so I mean, what happened to George Floyd, that was symbolic, man. That was just showing, you know, right there out in the open, not just for black people, but for everybody in America, how they feel and how the system wants every one of us to be.
Yeah, the system is rough, but you got a lot of people, as far as uniting. I see that's the positive I see out of all this. I see a lot of people unite. You know, my hometown is Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's not far from it. So
yeah,
to see what happened out there today, I took the positive out of that, because nothing like that ever happened in Fayetteville. You know what I mean? And the people that hold power out there is white folks. You understand what I'm saying? So
right.
That's the positive I took out of that. In that city, if you ain't government, there's no jobs, people hurting out there. Walmart will be okay. You know, all them other joints will be okay. They did set fire to the Market House. That was a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But it comes like, you know, a couple of targets might have been hit, but you know, hopefully, you know, we get through this. You know what I mean? I think for the most part, we people have waken up. The government woke up because they calling for the army. You know what I mean? Once you hit in precincts and shit like that, you know, courthouses, that's when you messing with that, when you really messing with. You know what I mean? So I mean, like you said, it's a systematic thing. It's going on around the globe. This shit touched Italy to, you know, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? But the coming together part is you know, how long do we stay together? You understand what I'm saying? Because it can be like this for these nights, but then we're gonna go right back to where the fuck we're going. You know what I mean? Our own homes and living our life. You know what I mean?
And there's to add to that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just to add to that, man, you look at what the places are that they were burning down: Targets, AutoZones, Wendy's. These are all corporations anyway, man. These corporations buy politicians to enforce laws to keep us from opening our own businesses to compete with them. I mean, and that's fact.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Well, see, for one, we got to put all this into context. And Thomas spoke on it a little bit when he talked about this pandemic, because you got to understand, when you have a pandemic, it's certain things that follows a pandemic. Historically, you have certain things that follows a pandemic. First, you have the pandemic. After you have the pandemic, you have economic collapse, or the currency loses its value, or the collapse of money. That's why the government is constantly trying to infuse money in the economy, because when you have a pandemic like this, the next step is that the economy will collapse. After the economy collapses, that's when you have rioting and straight up chaos. Once the economy collapses, the next step is chaos, because once people no longer have money, have means of taking care of themselves, they're going to do whatever it takes to take care of themselves. So they're going to riot, they're going to loot. But see, the thing of it is this incident sped this process up. It spread the process up. So now, before the economic collapse, we're already rioting. And the rioting in itself is going to further cause economic collapse, because now you have to pay back. We're on the brink of going into a recession or depression anyway. So now that you have this going on, the National Guard being called in, this is more money being spent. This is going to quicken. It's gonna quicken the flames. It's like it was a fire, but the wind won't blow on the fire. But after they killed their brother, the wind started blowing on this fire.
Yep.
So now, you know, once a fire get wind and oxygen in it, it starts burning fast. This is what has happened. The death of this brother has made this so it has sped up the process of what we was going to go through anyway. We was going to go through this process anyway, and it sped the process up. But this is where I want to get to, is where are we going next? Because see, after you loot, after you take down all the stores, the Walmarts, the Targets, the certain businesses, life has to go back to normal. Where are you going to eat? Where are you going to get food from? How are you going to be able to sustain your family now, especially those in them neighborhoods that have burnt down the places that they shop and get their, I'm talking about food, essential items. Because you know it was a shortage on toilet paper one time, right? You know it was a shortage on toilet paper. It was a shortage on paper towels. It was a shortage on eggs one time. Eggs went up. You know, it's been shortages all throughout this pandemic with certain things, getting Clorox or wipes and getting masks and getting gloves and hand sanitizer. You know, it's been shortages all along. Now with this going on in the areas where they are rioting and burning stuff up, the question has to be asked. Now, how are you going to be able to fend for your family? What are you going to do next? What's the next step when your businesses are gone? When all your stores are closed? So your essential stuff that you need for your family, if you stay in these towns, what are your next steps? How can you provide for your family? What do you do next? And this is the things that we must talk about, because this is where things is going to get real chaotic. Because when you don't have stores to loot no more to get food, where you going to get that food from? When you don't have stores no more to loot to get your toilet paper or to get the stuff that you need in your house, what are you going to do to get it? How are you going to get those things? And this is where we're headed. And this is the things that we must start talking about. Before we talk about unifying, because this unity is to me personally, this unity is short-lived. It ain't really unity.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you.
This unity is just a product of us being under this microscope of this coronavirus all alone. People are already fed up. You're already busting your house. They're already taking your rights away. They're already, not letting you do certain things. You can't go to the beach. You can't do this. You can't go out of the country. They're suspending the Constitution. So you got those that want their constitutional rights, and their constitutional rights are being suspended. So they mad about their constitutional rights being suspended, right? But, so now you got those that's mad because they're killing black people, because they be killing us as black men. They've been killing us since we've been here in time memorial. You got that anger. Then you got the constitutionalist anger. And then you got the separatist groups that just want chaos. You got certain groups that just want anarchy. They just want to burn shit. They want war. So you got all these different factions. And all this stuff is a big melting pot for something. And we better look at the calm before the storm. I went live today on my Facebook page, and I said, are you prepared? I said, being calm in the midst of a storm. Because we have to be calm in the midst of this storm, because it's coming. And I'm gonna let y'all jump in. I got a lot more to say, but y'all jump right on in.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off you real quick. I'm gonna try to make this short. I mean, from the coronavirus, putting something out there like that on the people, I never would have thought I would have saw something like that in this lifetime. Yet alone, right away, I predicted this a couple months ago. The police been quiet. Just be careful out here. You know, everything that I've been watching and seeing progress within these countries, in our country, this United States right now it's global. This shit was written. It's only gonna lead to one thing: the gun. You understand what I'm saying? Violence.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So when you say when we say what we're gonna do next, from this day forward, we just need to be preparing for the worst. You know what I mean? Like I've been sitting here the last few weeks, man. Like I really can't believe this is the shit I've been reading about. I didn't think, and to be honest, brothers, I'm kind of fucking scared because it got me to a point. It creeped up on me where I felt I wasn't ready. You understand what I'm saying? So and I can't keep, you know, downplaying it in my head. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. That's what I do. This shit's serious. And like I say, it's only gonna come down to one thing: the gun. It ain't gonna come down to no money. It ain't gonna come down to nothing. Power is being lost right now. You understand what I'm saying? When that power get lost, the guns come. You understand what I'm saying? Money can't fix this right now. So they resort to the gun. And we just gotta, you know, take it for what it is. This shit was written. You know what I mean? Shit was written.
I gotta agree with him, man. No arguments there. I mean, it's coming. I mean, there's no stopping it. I mean, and what we do next is really an individual question, because collectively what we do next, I mean, it's all the same thing: survive. I mean, your instincts, I mean, it's the time where your instincts are going to kick in.
Yeah, you know, that's like you say, instinct's going to come in, and I think it's going to bring up a lot of harsh realities with people, especially when it comes to race. You know, a lot of people say, you know, I got black friends, et cetera, et cetera. But if there is a race war, you know, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to, you know what I mean? You people are gonna either you pick a side or you gonna die. You get what I'm saying? It's like when you go to prison, you know, depends on where you at. You gotta pick either if you ain't on our side, you ain't on no side, period. You get what I'm saying? So
That's
you get
it.
what I'm so like you get what I'm saying. That's you know, you don't want it to happen because you don't nobody want to. Like I said, people say what they want to say, like, oh, I'm ready to go to war, I'm ready to do such and such. You know what I mean? But half people can't do a pull-up, man. You talking about you ready for war? You know what I mean? People, you can't go without food for 8 hours, but you say you ready to go to war. I mean, we're gonna start digging deep on the stuff, man. Who want to lose their family member? Don't nobody want to lose that. You know, that's for me. I don't want to lose no family member behind. You know, I don't. You get what I'm saying? There's some things that I'm willing to do to protect my family, but also in protecting something, you know, you could also lose something too. You get what I'm saying? And so like people say a lot of stuff, man, but when push come to shove, man, you're gonna see people things change, man. People change, brother. They do. And also in terms of when people don't have food and stuff start going to the neighborhoods, the best thing that you could do for your neighborhood is a group of men come together and be like, look, this is what it is in this neighborhood. Ain't got to be no one leader, but look, all of us gonna make an oath. We're gonna protect our neighborhood. Ain't no outsider finna come in this neighborhood and rape no women, finna snatch no kids, finna run up in your house. If that happened, all of us coming. It don't matter what time it is, all of us coming. And when it comes time to food, let's all put our food together. When our kids go outside and play, let's all keep an eye on our kids together. Somebody always out here watching them. You get what I'm saying? That way your community begin to hold each other accountable. Then the stores in your community, you like, look, ain't nobody gonna loot in this community, or nobody's gonna loot and tear down this store because this is our store. So this store is under our protection. So if you come in here with the riffraff, we gonna protect our store. That's how you begin to curve and push that stuff out. You get what I'm saying? If anybody coming here with any type of intolerance, any type of like anything food that we don't ride with, then it's not finna happen. As some people would say, well, Master, what you talking about is gang oriented. It's not gang oriented. Gang started particularly for that particular reason. But I'm saying do it in a righteous way, that it's done righteously. We're not out here selling drugs. Ain't nobody out here pimping. That's not what we're doing. We're making sure that our kids are safe. We're making sure that our women are safe. I'm making sure that this is my brother right here or my sister. That ain't nobody, no police finna come here and bust their head over for no apparent reason. No, none of this stuff ain't happening. If you do that, I can guarantee you 95% of people don't want smoke with that. You get what I'm saying? You got a community of 10 men ready to, I'm talking about they ready to go to war. Most people like, nah, I'll pass. I go
Well, I
to the
mean,
next.
you think what 19
You know
of
what I
them
mean?
did on 9/11, man. Just think of what it's like if communities all around the country get stuck together like that. You're right.
Hey. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I really think shit, the time is running out for all this organization and all that. It's to a point you better take care of your wife and your kids. You have some escape routes. If you go north, south, west, east, you know what I mean? Like you just gotta have those plans mapped out, because they trying to make this vaccine mandatory, and if that comes to a point where motherfuckers don't want to take it, they're gonna come knock on your door and you get in the truck. You understand what I'm saying? And I done saw this shit play out, and I read about this shit, and this shit is playing out in front of my motherfucking face right now. You understand what I'm saying? So guns, you better have them guns, and be at peace with if them bullets fly. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, this shit real, family. This shit real. This shit real. And a white boy at 7-Eleven told me the other day, he said, if they keep us divided, there's no way we can win. You understand what I'm saying? And it's only certain individuals. I don't give a fuck about your race. It's only certain individuals that understand that. And it's a small few. You understand what I'm saying? So in that small few, the only ones, if the enemy is the same, because we need each other. And motherfuckers don't understand that. So this shit just about to blow the fuck up. It ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Nothing we can do about it.
All right, let me ingest some calm in the middle of the storm, man.
Right.
Let me bring some calm in the middle of the storm, man. Cause see, I don't see what y'all see, man. But I see the facade though. I see the way it's being portrayed. I see the way it's making it seem like it's headed. But let me explain something to y'all. Do you want to know about how many towns that haven't been looted? You know how many in America? How many major cities? I'm just saying, hold up. Do you know how many that haven't been touched?
Okay.
Y'all know. Or it might be better to say this. How many have been touched? When you talk about America in general, in all the towns, it's only been a slim minority of towns or cities that's been hit hard. So when we talking this doomsday, I don't see the doomsday, man. And I'm a survivalist. Listen, I was in the military, so I'm trained and ready. I'm talking about survival. I'm trained and ready, but I don't see that yet. See, what I see is this. I see the media pushing what they want to push, and I see us reacting to what they want to push. And as long as we keep reacting to we reacting the way they want us to react. And that's the worst thing you can do, is to react the way that someone wants you to react. You have to react the way they don't expect you to react. Because when you react the way it's unexpected, they are not prepared for that type of reaction. When you give a nigga what they want, that's what they want. And right now, we're feeding into what they want. It's a want, and we're feeding into it. And as long as we keep feeding into it, but understand what I'm talking about, because because we can dilute all this stuff and mix it all together. But really, these are separate issues, but they're using it and making it seem like it's all combined. All this shit ain't combined. Let me tell you something. The killing of that brother is something that they always been doing. They always been killing us. And it's just to the point that we as Africans, along with other people that are fed up with other things, are now deciding to come on our side. But as African Americans, this is something that we should have been done. To be real about this, we should have been done this. We should have been done this because of what's been going on to us historically. So now we're just at the point now where we like, fuck it. But you have other people now because of other situations, other this corona stuff, of them not being able to work, of the government not allowing them to do what they want to do, because to keep it a buck, they don't want to be in the same situation that we in as far as their rights being trampled. Our rights been being trampled as African Americans. But what it is, so this why it seems so dire right now, because other people are fed up also because of this little 3-4 months of this shit. They've been going through this for a couple months.
We ain't been through this shit no 3 or 4 months. Still, what you mean? This shit new.
Listen. I'm talking about the COVID. You got to listen to what I'm talking about. I said you have to part, or you have to separate this stuff, because if you put it all together, it's going to seem like a big meltdown. As African Americans, we've been ready to boil. So listen to me well. African Americans, we should have been boiled over this time. But what I'm talking about, this access people now that are with us, they've been going through this probably 3-4 months. Since January, February, what month is this? May? This the 5th month. You know, they've been going through this shit for a couple months. So now they outraged for a couple months. We outraged for 400-500 damn years of this shit. You get what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is when you look at how they're putting it together, it make it seem real dire. But let me tell y'all something. This COVID-19 gonna leave. This COVID is gonna leave, bro. They ain't even talking about COVID no more. Have y'all realized that? Have you realized that all of a sudden now, COVID ain't even, I'm just saying, it's not such a big deal no more.
Well, I can tell you from my perspective in this windshield, man, people just ain't listening to them no more. They're just going out doing what they want to do. They're just not listening. They're done with the COVID thing.
So and that's the truth. So, but listen, once a people, because for one, we accepted the COVID-19 propaganda in the first place. We accepted it. So now that we are no longer accepting it, it's not even real to us no more. It's really gonna disappear because ain't nobody accepting it no more. The fact that we accepted it allowed it to be and allowed them to do what they done because we did accept it. But now that we're not accepting it, trust me, it's gonna disappear. COVID is the last thing on their mind right now. But my point is this though. I have a bigger point. My bigger point is this doomsday that we think that we're going down a cliff, that it's a cliff of no return. We ain't got there yet.
Hey, family.
We ain't got there yet.
Stu. That Bible is near dear to this cracker heart. You understand what I'm saying? They say the beginning, the Revelation, Genesis, beginning and the end, and all that. This shit is playing out like the cracker. It needs to play out that way. He's gonna make sure it plays out that way. That's part of his plan. You understand what I'm saying? And you can look down on your timeline. You can see all the Christians saying, "Oh, the Bible said this." They understand that part, but they don't understand this shit was written, man. You know, and I'm not gonna take no short. I'm not gonna sit here and doubt the cracker for no apparent reason. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta prepare for the worst. And like I said, if motherfuckers don't come together, it's really bad. And then we ain't. It don't look like motherfuckers gonna come together. So
man, listen,
that's why
I've been preparing for the worst for about 2 years now. What are you talking about? Listen, I've been preparing for the lights to go out. Like, this is something I've been on. Like, this ain't nothing new to prepare to be able to survive without the government. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, but this thing about the Bible fulfilling itself, that's the facade to me. They can push it on it. They can try to make it seem like it's happening. all they want to. But if you actually read Revelations and understand Revelations, then if you understood Revelations and what Revelation actually talking about, and I don't want to turn this into a religious conversation.
Yeah, me neither.
But if you actually understood Revelations and not took the revelation that the pastor tell you and actually read Revelation in itself, it ain't nothing like that, man.
Let me tell you something. The cracker, that Bible is near dear to his heart. Capitalism is how this country is ran, and they both need each other. You understand what I'm saying? So one would not work without the other. You understand what I'm saying? And trust me, before he lose motherfucking power, Jesus gonna be put in that motherfucking sky, and we ain't gonna be able to trust 90 motherfucking% of motherfuckers on this ground. You know what I mean? Don't doubt that cracker. Don't doubt that cracker.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to add on to what was being said. First thing, going back to what you said, Stu, about the whole doomsday. I agree. I don't think doomsday gonna come, but I do think you should always prepare for the worst. We deal with build and destroy, build or destroy. It's either you building or destroying, but as you build, prepare for destruction. As you destroy, you prepare to build. So you look at all sides of the coin. I can't remember the actual law, the Kemetic law, the Axiom Tahuti, the one that talks about not law of vibration. I can't remember what it is. It might be law. That's not law of vibration, but it tells you life goes in the form of a pendulum swing. One end of the pendulum is extremely excellent, is great. It don't get no better. You on cloud 10. The other pendulum swing, everything is horrific and horrible. And so with that, we can defunct the Bible, because you just through history, you can tell there can be good times and bad times. And that was written well before the Bible was written. So we can defunct the Bible, point blank period. Now, I'm not saying everything in there ain't true. That's not what I'm saying. But I will say a lot of that stuff is stolen and rewritten to oppress and hold down people. So I will say that. Second thing is this. As you said, black, people of all races and colors and creeds are outside fighting with each other now. Blacks fighting because they want their rights. White people, they don't want to be oppressed or pushed down. And there's some whites who say, like, look, I got black friends. I'm gonna go out in the front line. I'm gonna help do whatever I can in show of support. What I will say, after all of this blows over, what's gonna happen? Everything's gonna return to normal. people gonna forget. The same way people forgot about Black Wall Street, they forgot about Soul City. The same way black people got killed last year. That stuff eventually become a memory. No, and it's gonna return to normal. It's gonna become a memory, and people gonna go back to their.
Don't even become a memory.
Right. A lot of people ain't gonna be a memory. They're gonna return back to their normal life, and black people gonna be. It's gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be a change. Now that's one way. Another thing too is what I said earlier when I was talking about the stock market and economics, et cetera, et cetera. If you are anyone who is black, I will definitely say this: make sure that your house is in order financially. Get what I'm saying? Look into black economics, et cetera, et cetera. When these neighborhoods are being torn down and whatever it is now, go in there and get these houses and fix these houses up. Start buying back your community. You get what I'm saying? Start doing these things. This is an opportunity for you to go and to do that. You get what I'm saying? This is an opportunity to do that. This is an opportunity for black people to come together and push forward as a community, as a group, as a nation. This is your opportunity to do that. If you don't take if you out here doing all this talking, you don't take the opportunity, then that's it. You had your opportunity. You can't complain about white folks no more.
That's you speaking the truth too, man. Because I was doing some research the other day. Because you can buy a whole city block in Detroit for $100,000, man.
Yep. You buy these blocks back, man. Buy these blocks, buy this stuff back. And something else that like what Stuart said, I'll add on to it. When people get mad, I can't tell nobody how to react. If you want to go and you want to tear something up, you mad, you do you, bro. You get what I'm saying? You get it out however, because you've been oppressed for so long. You go and you express yourself to you get what I'm saying? But my thing is afterward, what are you doing? Because you've already done the destruction. Now, how are you going to build from this? How are you going to make sure that that not only yourself, but your family, not only your kids, but your grandkids, that your aunt, that your best friend, et cetera, et cetera? How are you going to make sure that from this point that their life will be better, not worse, but better? You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Once the destruction is over, how are you going to properly and effectively build? You get what I'm saying? Are you reading books on finances? Are you working out to make sure that you're healthy? Are you eating correctly? Are you treating the people around you in your immediate vicinity? Are you treating them in a righteous manner? Instead of, you get what I'm saying? Instead of vibing on a negative vibration. And I don't want to, talk trash about music, but a lot of people listen to the music. The rappers are saying, I'm gonna go kill FYZ. I'm gonna go kill all these niggas, do all this stuff. But when stuff hit the fan, when cops killing black folk, they ain't the whole. Oh, we gonna pray for y'all. All that stuff changed. You get what I'm saying? Everything changed then. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be funny. You get what I'm saying? And so it's all.
It's just so true, man. It's hard to not.
Yeah, it's all destruction. And so my point is, after this, how are you going to build? After this, how are you going to take that opportunity to build when these stocks are really, really cheap right now? You get what I'm saying? Because the airlines will bounce back. Not trying to, they will. All these stores will bounce back. These people ain't, these 1%ers, these people all this money, they finna let their banks fail. No, don't go blow your money on no George. Look, if you can afford it, you do what you do. But don't blow your money away. Put your money in some investments. You to get what I'm saying? Put your do that type of stuff. Buy out the block. Do that type of stuff with your money. You and a group of brothers or sisters get together, band together, and start moving toward group economics. That's the type of stuff that I'm on. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but anyway, man, that's my piece. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna get off my high horse, man.
Hey, we have somebody that just joined. I want to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves and say hi to the family.
Sean from Minnesota.
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
What's the update over there in Minnesota, bro?
Yeah, what's the word?
Right now, pretty much they trying to, they had a truck, the people were protesting that closed off the highways, and you had about 10,000 to 15,000 people that was protesting on the highway. So this white truck driver decides, no one's on the highway, they cut, stop the highway, whatever, this truck driver decides to drive an 18-wheeler down to run over try to run over 10,000 people. So they stopped that truck and whooped his ass. They whooped him too bad. And I don't think he hit anybody, but he almost, I don't see how he didn't, but but that was one big event today. But pretty much the protest has been cool. But what happens is they wait till nighttime, and that's when they kind of start shooting people and stuff like that. And that's what they start now. So they trying to arrest, they're trying to break up the group. That's their strategy. Because you got about, on the low end, you got at least 10,000 people. And what they're trying to do is break them up, spread them out so they can either take them to jail or do whatever they're trying to do. I don't know what they're trying to do, because I'm like, where you gonna take these people to if you try to take them to jail? So I'm concerned about where they taking them to if they do arrest them. Last night it was 100 out of 150 arrests, out of like 200 arrests. I think they did 150 arrests. They got some guns from some white supremacists. One white guy, he shot at a black boy. I don't know if he shot him or not, but he shot at him, and they called the police and told him it was white supremacist, white guy in a car full of white people, a truck full of white people. So the police did try to block the dude off. Crazy dude tried to hit the police. So they did get him and, arrested the dude. In their car, they had rocks and they had guns and they had a couple AK-47s in there. Last night too, in North Minneapolis, North Minneapolis is more of a lot more black people there. And they chased down these people, these Klan members, is sitting in vans and shit, and they are chasing down old women and stuff like that. So this lady had, they were shooting at her while she was driving, but she did get away, and she was able to, you know, get away without being harmed or whatever. So they try to catch people at night by themselves. So that's my concern right now. And but tonight, I don't know. It's still unfolding tonight. Everything today was pretty much peaceful, but as these people start to walk away, you know, to disband or go their way or whatever, because they put a curfew out at 8 o'clock. Start to walk away, then the police just start shooting at them, shooting these rubber bullets, whatever, and throwing this gas stuff on them and shooting them with this shit. So this shit is really creating, you know, that shit hurt. It's people, it's not like it's harm being done, you know. So that's where we're at now. It's still unfolding now because these kids is not, they ain't got, you know, they're not being violent, but it's been violence done towards them, and it's still not moving. I mean, they have the military there, and these black kids, man, I ain't never seen no shit like it. These black kids are just standing there, and they're not scared of the fucking military. They got the police, and they ain't backing down, and they don't even have a gun in their hand. And these people is not like, they have the courage of lions. I've never seen nothing like it, you know. And so
hey Sean, let's make it straight, man. When you say these white supremacists on vans, I know it don't really matter, man, because they both bad. But are they Klan members or are they Antifa? We got to make sure we right, man. We did right, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know about the different groups. Only thing I know, to me, is one thing: white people that hate black folks that will do anything to you. Now, I don't know the different groups and what they do. To me, they all represent the same thing. That's to kill a nigga. So
yeah.
It don't matter about the name they call it. They try to dismantle and keep your voice muffled. That's what they're trying to do. Deprive your rights and your human liberties and things like that. And that's what it is. It don't matter what you call it. It's all gonna do. All trying to do the same thing. So I don't know what the different groups is. I'm just looking at one enemy, trying to do one thing to our people out here. That's all I see.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, brother. Matter of fact, Sean, we're gonna come right back to you. But we got this sister that came in. I want to give her the opportunity to introduce herself to the family. She can talk about what she's been doing. We met her in Greenville at the protest yesterday, and she spoke, and she was scared. So by her being nervous, I just wanted to give her a platform to get her so her work, so what she got to say can be heard, man. Just give her a platform so she can be heard, so she can stop being afraid. But we need strong black women out here to fight the fight, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to give her opportunity to come on the show and say something. So introduce yourself to the family. You know, you can talk about your experience. I don't know if this was your first time protesting or not, but you know, just talk about your experience of what you experienced and everything.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and yesterday was my first time protesting. It felt amazing. That's why I went out again today in Rocky Mount to protest, and that was amazing also. And my purpose was, you know, I'm just tired of seeing our Black brothers and sisters be gunned down for no reason, simply because of the color of our skin. Like, we should not be a threat at all. And I just feel like the police that we pay to protect and serve us aren't doing that job.
Right.
It's just sad.
So, when you said you felt good, what kind of feeling did you get when you was out there? Because I saw you today with your sign and you was leading the chant. How did you feel? Like, what kind of feeling did it give you?
It was just amazing. Like, I just felt like that was something I should do. I was very happy. I wanted to cry, tears of joy. It's amazing to see all of our people out there fighting for one cause and unity, because that's what it's all about.
Okay, so what is something like what is the outcome of this for you? What do you think? Do you think this is the start of your revolutionary journey? Do you consider yourself conscious? Or do you think this is the start of your evolution, or you already been evolving and now you're just coming into your own? Like, what do you think?
I've already been passionate about the injustices of the criminal justice system and of our community. Every paper I've written in college and every report has been on police brutality and racism. So I've always been passionate about it. I just didn't know the right avenue to get it out. And I do a lot on social media as well. I'm just trying to get more comfortable with speaking out in front of a group of people because that is my passion. So.
Okay, well, we appreciate you. We're glad you came out there on the front lines. We need more queens like you. Do y'all have anything to ask the queen? Because I know she said she couldn't be up here that long. So, y'all got anything y'all want to ask her? Or is there anything you want to ask us? How about that?
Not as of right now, but definitely I'm gonna stick with you guys. If you guys do another protest or march, I am there. You got my full support. It saddens me about what I just got back to Greenville, and people have been telling me like about what's going on downtown. It saddens me, but hey.
So give us a later. What's going on downtown in Greenville? I heard a little stuff, but
people are saying they're rioting, destroying police cars, property downtown Suck Dogs. I just seen a post that said they were going to head to the stadium, the ECU stadium. It's a lot going on.
Okay, so do you know if is this the regular protesters doing this, or this other people that have joined?
I believe it's other people that has joined, because yesterday we were very peaceful. So I feel like it's other people coming from other places that's coming to, riot, which we shouldn't do. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, well, y'all don't got anything to ask. I know she said she was very tired, so I just wanted her to get up here and say that. And look, go to NCRBGZ Productions on YouTube, because we are live on YouTube right now. And subscribe to the page. You can follow us, and we'll be bringing you back and forth. I thank you. Keep fighting, and y'all be safe out there on Greenville.
Thank you. You too.
Right. Peace, sister.
Bye bye.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, baby. Okay, so since the KKK came out there, have the police? Because I find it weird that as soon as the National Guard come and the MPs or Trump says his speech, the KKK come right with that. It seems like they all come together. Is there some right wing? Is there any militia groups out there? That I know the first day I saw a couple, but like I just find it weird that how they all come around the same time. Have y'all thought about that?
That's true. I think, but they piggybacking off what Trump. Some people, Minnesota's really racist, right? But it's undertone. They won't never tell you in your face and smile in your face, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to describe that, but it ain't like in the South where they say, "Look, we don't like niggas. We don't want no niggas over here." You know what I'm saying? You can deal with that, but you can't. These people. So it's different. They always been here. My friend, I got one of my best friends is white, right? So he hit me up last night. His family is racist. They hate black people. And so he hit me up. He said, "Man, my brother just told me, he just told me that because he lived 2 hours up north where all the white people live. He said he just had came to the city, which his brother don't come to the city. He live in the city, but his brother don't come in the city." And he said his brother told him it was 5 Greyhound buses busing white Klan members down from up there, on Greyhound buses, 5 buses busing them down, and then and then he sent me the text and he showed me the picture of his brother with the AK-47. So, but they all were, I believe it's a lot of them coming here, but a lot of them already been here, but they just been way out in these areas that they don't have black people. You know, black people is mostly contained in Minneapolis, St. Paul is the biggest area. Then out in the suburbs, you get less and less. You know, it's not that, it's still black people, but it ain't like Minneapolis and St. Paul, it's black, it's probably 30% black, you know, and other black, you know, like Mexicans and stuff like that. But I do think, you know, with him saying what he's, you know, I would say Trump, I don't really listen to what he'd say, because, you know, they ain't gonna tell you what they plan on, but we know the mayor here said that he said that, remember Trump just told was it the governor or mayor to step down because he wasn't the leader, because they wanted him to go, they really want the police to come in and kill these black folks. And he was like, no, we can't do this. This is Minnesota. We got to pay close. We got to do it a certain way. We can't just go out here and do this. And that's the only reason why. And Jay-Z, the governor said, Jay-Z called him and told him, look, if any black people get killed, it's going to be a problem. You know, he said Jay-Z called him and told him that, you know, he said from human to human. He said, this is what the white boy said. Huh?
Hold on, say that again. You said the mayor, Jay-Z called the mayor or the governor?
Yep, he told him, he said, if do not harm, if any black people get shot or killed, it's gonna be bad for Minnesota. It's gonna be terrible. And so I think that's one reason why they not really shooting. They mad at the mayor and the governor because they're not, they won't go in and just shoot these people. And so they haven't been doing that. And you know, you can see they want to do it, but it's been told to them, if y'all start shooting, these people gonna shoot back. They gonna have to protect themselves because they're non-violent. They ain't doing nothing really, you know. And the governor, it's a white governor, white mayor, and the governor said, he said they got word that people, you know, he didn't say white supremacy. He said people was coming in to infiltrate the black protest. You get what I'm saying? So he already know. He said that's why we putting the curfew out so we can, and they cut the streets off from the suburbs. You know, because one thing they don't want is no race war here in Minnesota, because it's not gonna be good. And I've said that many times. It's not like there's a lot of black people here, and most of what you see out there now is young folk, like really young. You ain't seen too many people in their 40s, but you start fucking with people, kids, it's gonna be terrible. So I don't think that the governor, they trying to figure out a way to deal with it because they gotta be very careful. It's a lot of black people here. And in the military, they had said on the scanner that they was outnumbered. And I think Trump, I think he's rallying up white folks to do whatever plan they trying to do. I don't really know. But Trump had said, he was talking about them to shoot the black people. You know? And he got mad and told the dude to step down because they have not done that. And they made it, and this is crazy part. They put all the black police on leave. You don't see no black police out there. And I don't know why they did that. That's what they're doing. They haven't started shooting, but I think these kids coming in, you know, I don't really know, like you said, different groups and all that, but I do know that they busted a lot of white supremacists last night, 150, I think. They said that it's all in black cars, black color, the trucks and cars, no license plates. And they said that they recovered a lot of guns from these these peoples, guns and stuff like that from these white supremacists. So I don't know what group they in, but to me, they're all the same. So you do have people coming in to infiltrate that, and I'm glad that hasn't been no shootings. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids really they don't have no weapons. You know what I'm saying? So they really they doing this with their body. You know what I'm saying? So they being aggressed on, but they're not the aggressor. So but tonight we're gonna see how it unfolds. I'll be up to about 2:00 to see how they just arrested a lot of young people. They got buses, man. So the first time they try to get the city bus to take because they wanted to arrest all these people, but they had no way to get them there. So they arrest all these people and they stopped the city bus and said, we need to use your bus. Told the black dude, we need to use your bus to take these people. And he said no, and he closed the door and pulled off. So they don't even have nowhere to take these people. The jails already filled. So I'm like, and so one girl went live. I think I posted it. She went live. She's in the jail now, but she still got her phone, so she's in there, and all these they got the white people in there and the black people. So we're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully everything, they ain't trying to hurt somebody, because if they start doing that, it's gonna change the game. It's gonna be a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens tonight though.
Hey Brad. Hey Brad, you still there? Hey Brad, cut your mic on.
What's up, man? Yeah, I kept getting kicked off.
Yeah, no. Because when people talk, man, we hear your truck. You know what I'm saying? When people talk, we cut the mic off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Well, I know I kept getting kicked off because it kept saying connecting, and I think I was in a bad area.
Oh, hey, I know you're a Melissa man. You're a Melissa man yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where does the Oath Keeper stand with this, man? Are you on up?
Man, the Oath Keepers stand with the protesters, dude. Because these buses that he's talking about, that's true, man. I bet you if you was to check MoveOn.org's financial records, you would find some Greyhound buses that were purchased for specifically this. And Oath Keepers ain't dumb to that. And that's what we are. We're Oath Keepers, and we take the oath, we keep the oath, and what the oath means to us is what we're about, man. This whole quarantining cities off, we weren't for that in the first place.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Right.
I saw what you sent the Alex Jones thing, man. Alex Jones on it, ain't he?
Yeah, and see, he's not naive to it neither, man. Everybody's got their own opinions about everybody, and that's fine. We're supposed to have our own opinions, and but the thing is, when I listen to what he says and I arrive at a particular place he's talking about, and it's happening exactly like he said it. So when I see what they're saying, I have to kind of trust that a little bit.
And then, fellas, I'm about to run real fast, so Nev's gonna run this for a minute. But I want to say this before I go. Malcolm X used to have meetings with certain people, and that's what I was talking about earlier, when I said that you can have certain people that can become allies for a certain reason and a certain purpose, and you can use it to better yourselves in a current situation. But my only question is with the Oath Keepers, is I done seen some questionable things that was done. So like, I'll give you a good example. When in St. Louis, in Minneapolis, actually, it was two armed Caucasian men that they said they was out there with the protesters, right? But they were standing in front of a store, and they were saying, that they was with the protesters, they was with the people, and then they said, so why y'all standing in front of the stores, right? And the other white dude said, well, because the cops can't be here to protect it right now. This is what he said. He said, the cops can't be here to protect it right now. And before it was cops protecting the property, it was he said before it was cops protecting the property, he said it was regular civilians protecting the property. Now I understood what he was saying as far as just protecting the property. That was the purpose. Like, listen, but at the same token, you can't seem like that you are with the protesters and with what they doing, and then if somebody breaking the property, you there to protect the property. Like it's an oxymoron to me. So I'm not saying all oath keepers are like that. But I'm just saying, just for this in particular situation that I witnessed, it seemed a little fishy because like 1 minute you with us, you with us, you with us, you with us, and then the next minute, well, since the cops can't get here because the cops are busy, so now you pro cop. At first, you against what they're doing, meaning the police officers, and then the next person that started talking, well, since the cops are busy and they're not able to get here, so now you pro cop again, and that's the thing that I have. It makes it hard to trust because, like, if either you with us or you with us or you're not, you're not. You can't be with us and then not with us. That's my whole thing. Like, you got to be firm in where you stand and where you align. Now, I'm not for looting and rioting, but I also understand the pain and the anger in these people, why they're doing it. See, I understand that because you can be peaceful. We've been peaceful forever, and peacefulness ain't got us nowhere. The turn of the cheek and non-violence, that shit ain't got us nowhere because the same things keep happening over and over and over again. And if you keep doing the same thing and keep getting the same result, that is the definition of insanity, is to keep trying the same thing and keep getting the same result. So if you change your tactic, meaning, okay, so now our tactic is we're going to make you pay, meaning that most of these businesses that being looted it and being robbed, they got insurance. They're going to get built back, the insurance going to pay out. And it's capitalistic money that is funding this. So most likely these businesses can come back. But what they're saying is that we're going to cost you money. The price of a black life is going to cost you maybe $5 billion. But when they maybe be $1 trillion when they get finished with all the protesting. And that seems like that's the only thing that our government listens to besides violence. Either you're going to meet them with violence or either you got to hit them in the pocket. And it seems like them are the only two ways that our government, I hate to say it, actually responds to the citizens. And my thing is, if you're with us, I'm with you, okay? Because I believe in the Constitution. So I understand that they are violating the Constitution when they put us under these state of emergencies. A state of emergency is a violation of the Constitution. That's an automatic violation, especially when you start prohibiting our travel, where we can go, what time we can go there. When you're violating the Constitution wholeheartedly. So I agree with that. But my thing is you can't be pro-Constitution and stand with the people. And then as soon as the people do something or break a law, but since the cops can't be here, we gonna be the cops. That's my only problem.
That's great.
That's my problem.
I see your point too, man.
I want to say this right quick. I think people forgetting all these businesses were shut down. 90% of business was shut down, or as and they was trying to open a little bit. I think in June 1st, right? White people's been protesting about this shutdown for a long time. Remember, they just went into the building, had their guns out, all this, took over the government, building and all that stuff, right? And they've been saying, we can't, even if we open our businesses, how we got a social distance and make our businesses, our customers smaller, because we can't serve as many people in these places. It's gonna cost us more money to just open the doors than we can even make. We won't be able to make any money, even if we open at this capacity that you're trying to do. White people's this has been their protest, and it was getting angrier and angrier, right? Now you have these business with people talking about Black business in the community. It's bullshit. Most of these, 95% of these businesses, like Target and all these big Walmart, all these big businesses that what's destroyed or looted, strangely, they was looted and burnt. Black people burning a building. This is what they telling you. It's strange to me that in the they telling you, Black people's burning down their own stuff. These buildings wouldn't even hire a Black person. If they hired, they'd hire a Black woman, but they wouldn't hire. If you go into any of these stores, we got, now Walmart is only where they're gonna hire you because they're gonna treat you like a slave, break your damn back down. But all these other places, when you go into these places, they don't even have, I say about 1%, you might see a Black man in there working in the Black community. So how in the hell are they saying
in Minnesota, right?
Your own community when you don't own none of that shit? It's these white boys coming in and they burning the buildings. Who you think gonna get that insurance money? What Target already said, they burned down. They said, look, we're gonna be the forerunner in rebuilding. Now they store burned. They supposed to be, people is caught on that. They ain't caught on that because they finna get, how many millions of dollars they finna get? They said we finna rebuild it and build it better. This is what they do. It's not our business. They won't even, in Minnesota, a Black person can't hardly get a business. And this is South Minneapolis. You gotta keep in mind that we do got a lot of Black people here, but a lot of Africans have business. A lot of Mexicans have a lot of business over there. You got maybe less than 1%. You see what I'm saying? On Lake Street. You can't hardly get a damn business over there. That's not the fucking Black community. And I think, and who owns these buildings gonna get paid. So I'm wondering why is these buildings being put on fire? You get what I'm saying? Because if a place is looted, windows broken, okay, you can fix the windows and fix that back up. But the building burned down, and I seen this from the beginning, I said it from the beginning, these owners, most of these owners are burning their own shit down to get paid. And it's not Black people. You know what I'm saying? Black people, when I rode down Lake Street, they got signs up on their business, Black-owned business, and they ain't been touched. They won't show that on the news. Those Black businesses haven't been touched. They have one or two. I think in over north they had, I think they had 2 businesses was burnt. But Black people didn't even own and they contained it. It's weird how they contained how they contained it, right? And to me, I think that these people is burning their own shit down, because we know that they was finna go in the Mall of America, biggest mall in the United States, in Minnesota, Bloomington, Minnesota. That mall has fell back 3 months, is in foreclosure. And they start to say Black people, protesters was coming into the mall. This is what they start to push. But it ended up being not true. These people's in bankruptcy. They haven't had their business open for 2 or 3 months. They're already going out of business. But all of a sudden, your business burned down and you about to get paid. We got to know what's going on. It was an Arab guy. He said, I don't care about my business. Burn it down. I want justice for Black people. This is what this dude said, So we Black people is not the people that's burning those buildings down. I've seen not one Black person throw and burn a building down in Minnesota. Out of all the footage and people going live and all that stuff, I've not seen one black. Now they is going to get white people starting to throw rocks and bust a lot of these stores. They started that. Black people weren't thinking about that. They started it, and then they said, well, shit, let me go in here and get this stuff. And then they started going, getting it. But they went, white people drove that. And then as far as the burning of the businesses, that's not true. We know, we got video of these white boys starting fire. Did I tell you the other day that a white boy, when they was doing a peaceful protest in front of everybody over South, the white boy, the dude was on live. They caught the white boy at a Speedway gas station over there trying to start the fucking gas station on fire. They grabbed his ass and whooped him and threw him, took his lighters and shit and threw him out of there. He got mad. But this is what the news is not telling y'all this. See what I'm saying? The news is not telling y'all. They know for a fact white people, and this was a young white boy. He was like maybe about, looked like about 18, 19. And he came and dude was like, take your ass back out there to Wayzata somewhere with them white folks and burn their shit up. He was gonna come over there and burn it and walk away, and people, and that would have, that would have people been looking like black people burning down their own community. It makes me mad when people saying that because they're not the ones that's doing it. You might have one or two people that may try some shit like that, but majority of this stuff going on far as this burning and all that is done by these white people, and these people, kids and shit coming down there putting that shit on fire, I believe, because it doesn't make sense to me. These are not black businesses. These motherfuckers treat us like shit. These Arabs and people treat us like shit when we go in the stores. And then people say, well, say the stores is black business. They don't even reinvest shit into our community. They shouldn't be there. The Chinese people shouldn't be there. When I was little coming up, the corner store was owned by black people. They flushed us out of there, pushed us in bankruptcy, took all the resources and shit out of the community. Then people talking about, oh, well, your community. And I'm gonna request to talk to the mayor and the governor Monday, because I wanna know, moving forward, what is your plan? What is your plan for black people? We need an economic plan for us. We need money. We need money allocated towards black youth employment that nobody ain't talking about. You talking about crime and gangs? What are jobs that then? They used to have.
Sean, hey Sean, no, they're gonna tell you, man, Sean. Excuse me. They're gonna tell you don't ask for handouts, man. It's a handout.
Let me tell you something.
Please up by the bootstraps, man.
Our money. We pay taxes, and I want them to give us. If we paying you taxes, you owe us. See what I'm saying? You owe it. It's not like we asking for handouts. We pay taxes. I pay what, almost $5,000 a year. We pay a lot of taxes in Minnesota, and you building up all kind of other shit, and you ain't building this up. I want them to have a plan to allocate some money into youth employment and all this shit. They taking all the resources, finna build a damn Somalia community. To me, that's insult. You know what I'm saying? Where's our fucking money? They finna build this shit for them. That don't make sense to me. And I've got to say something about that. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't getting that's not a handout. We paying taxes. They owe us this. When you pay taxes, certain dollars are supposed to be allocated for your community. None of that is coming back to the black community. And then we want to talk about crime. We want to talk about all those gangs, web shit. If a person didn't have to go out there and do a lot of shit, they wouldn't be doing it if they had jobs and things like that. And they're talking about, oh, it's thugs. That's what they say when they want to give you nothing, and you got to go out here and hustle. It's not right. If you in Minnesota is a rich state, and they big on rebuilding. They're building highways and all this shit. $200 million for some parks that they're doing. This is what I'm talking about. They big on parks here. $200 million parks already did. They're gonna put some swings and shit. I don't know what they're gonna do, but that's to keep the white people working. What about what about our community? Okay, if this happened, if you're saying that you want black people to move forward, which the governors and shit saying, I need them to be talking about where the dollars at to restructure this black community. All these buildings up and down there nobody want. Why can't they give you money to get these business and let us own the business? You get what I'm saying? We don't own this. All these businesses up and down there talking about black community. I don't know but one person that owned the business. White people and Arabs own all those businesses, or Chinese. And that's what I want, because we paying taxes, and I think some of that money we paying should recirculate back into our community, because they're not gonna be like, okay, you ain't gotta pay no taxes. So if we gotta pay it, then we should have millions of dollars being able to come into our community for youth employment, you know, those kind of things, because we don't have that. And when people say black community, go all these black communities, if you go to Chicago and all that, they don't own the building. It may be less than 1% may own the land. And you don't own it, you're a slave. You have to do, if somebody say, you know what, we're not gonna renew it lease, you can't put that sign out there. You can't do that. You gotta do what they say. You don't have no power. So that's why I said, well, how is it a black community? And I said it today to some black people. I said, how do you claim, I said, if you're a black business, you claim to be a black business, but you don't employ black people, then you're not a black business, you're a parasite. And that's even for black people who have business who don't hire those youth, you know, because these kids, they is all out there fighting the fight that we didn't fight, that our people, our moms and dad probably didn't fight. You know, they don't have a Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, and they don't know about Kemetic stuff. They don't know about Christianity, really. They don't know about none of that. It's not important to them. And they're the ones out there on putting their lives at risk for all of us. And when I had
it's in the DNA. It's in the DNA, brother. It's in the DNA.
And I had heard some guy on here, I don't know if he's still here, he was talking about Kemetic and Christianity, wasn't the Bible ain't written. Let me tell you something. That don't matter. Because these kids out there don't know about Kemetic. They don't know about Christianity. They don't know about all of that. Only thing they know about is what they're doing is standing up on air. Because the old cats is not out there with them. They're talking all that Christianity and all of that Kemetic, but they're not on the front line. So I think people need to shut their mouth up and support these young people. And I think that's what got me, like, you know, people make me mad when they start to debate stuff, something like that, because it don't matter. That's your right. You can believe what the fuck you want to believe. That's your right. If I believe whatever, I said, man, the air, I'm gonna worship the air. That's my right. But it don't matter what you worship and what you believe. Your problem is the same as mine. When you go,
that's what you stand for. That's what you stand for.
With the city, are you gonna be treated like a human being? Are you gonna have your constitutional rights as a human? That's the problem. It don't matter if you call yourself a Christian. What that's gonna do? You think these white people care if you're a Christian or Muslim or a Kemetic person? They don't give a fuck. They see black color. And and America is built on crushing black people. And I think black people need to really examine even how they address things. That shit is old to me. It's like, oh, Kemetic and a Christian. At the end of the day, you're gonna be running, you don't care who it's gonna be, you're gonna be running with those people who trying to pull with you. You ain't gonna care. You're gonna come today, you're not gonna care what it is.
Well, you know, we passed that, man. When we went to Greenville yesterday, we were checking for them Antifas, man, and them KKKs and any dumbass nigga, right? We were checking for them motherfuckers, man. And we did good. But unfortunately, man, it went wrong tonight. We weren't there, okay? And I was on. I wasn't playing, you know what I'm saying? But tonight it went wrong, man. Somewhere down the line, I think some fuck up went over there, man, did some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And here we go with the tear gas.
Right.
So what they're trying to do, man, is make a martial law. All these curfews and stuff, man. They want to send people from state to state with this crap, man. They funding these boys, man. Okay? They funding these guys, man. And that's what they're trying to do, man. A new world order, a socialist a comedy type situation.
And
You know
see,
what I'm saying?
and that's the thing, what black people got to understand, and that's why the old guys need to be schooling these young guys and let them know, don't let them get you pulled in there.
Well, a lot of old guys don't know shit, man. I'm not saying all of them. All the old guys is Christian tell you to pray all the damn time. You don't need a gun, you just need Jesus. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fuck all that what you believe in shit, man. That shit ain't been working. That shit ain't been working for nothing. You know what I mean? Nah, man, we ain't good on religion, man. We gotta go with DNA, man. Guts, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight up.
But it's a lot of older cats that do know, and I think even if these kids don't need to be out there after 8 o'clock because they out here, they don't know the fights that the old cats have had, right? They don't know about that. They don't know. So these white boys work in the middle of the night. They ain't gonna come out there in the daytime. You're right. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna come out there at night. The Klan always work in the nighttime, and
Night riders, man. Night riders.
that's right. And I see that, and these kids don't know. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing that makes me mad because you got, and then you got the black. I think I don't know what he is in St. Paul, and he's black, and he just, to me, he just, I had a problem with him because he was talking about gang violence just before this happened. And he had no, what is your plan? If I'm in a position, even to have a voice, I'm gonna try to meditate on what is it that I can bring to better the lives of these people. Now, you can't set your ass in office. We vote your ass in, and you ain't got no, you haven't done nothing. We did that with Obama, and you see he ain't.
Don't talk about Obama. Better leave Obama alone, then.
See, this is the thing.
Oh, Obama. Oh no.
Look, you ain't see on Fox they calling on Obama to say something. You ain't see that?
Why is he being with world leaders, man? He ain't the president no more. What makes him so damn special?
Because
he's part of the system. He part of the fucking system.
But check it out. But it's not, no. Obama was one. He was one of them. He wasn't. His struggle wasn't your struggle. His mother was white. His dad was an African. He growing up in Hawaii? He never seen what we seen. So remember he was trying to implement in Chicago, he was talking about bringing in the death penalty. Remember that?
Yeah.
This is what you remember, look at that bill with the police he signed to protect the police, gave them more power and gave them more protection. He never did it. He met behind my house secretly with the police and snuck in. And I wonder why. I said, why are these police, they never do that here. Why these police is rehearsing, got horses and practicing with riot gear. And I said, why is they doing that? Running and with the, I said, why are they doing this? And they had this field and they would go there and they would, train. And Obama came, the time he came to Minnesota, 2 times he came to Minnesota. The first time he came to Minnesota, what he did was he came in, he met with the police department secretly. He didn't meet with the community, the black leaders in the community. He didn't do that. He secretly met with the police, right? And that was one time. Excuse me. And that's a miss of black folks was getting killed then. He never addressed it, really. He avoided black people's real struggle. He felt like, well, I'm a president. I got to be a president for white people. I can't really say that because, so he chose to abandon black people because they was not his people. And another thing was when he came back to speak on jobs, where he went? Remember the second time he was speaking on jobs, he went way out there to not Wayzata, it was Waconia, where all the white people at, and spoke on jobs, man. That man was never for us. We thought he was be for us because he was black. But a lot of
fooled me, man. He fooled me. I ain't gonna lie. He fooled my ass. I ain't gonna lie. He fooled me.
Always fooled, We always fooled. We always fooled. But
I think even hey Brad, you voted for Obama too, the first time, right? Everybody voted for Obama, man. Everybody had a halfway decent heart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
the first time
strategy that they use people like that to just keep us, he was not, his wife was from south side of Chicago. and she was bumping heads with all the people in the White House. She was a real Black woman. You know, she had that strength to stand up. He was not that. And it just.
You talking Michelle, man? Come on now.
But you know, one thing Michelle did, you know, when you see those, which I liked because, you know, they have never did nothing like that on their degree. You know, with GMOs versus, you know, when you go in the store and you go in the grocery stores and they have to tell you if it's a GMO food or it's organic or whatever. She implemented it. That wouldn't have been there. You know, she pushed that, and they haven't never did that. That was something that she did, and I think that was a good thing because we need to know.
GMOs?
Yeah.
You seriously?
Yeah,
You think it's a good thing?
No, I said she made them have to label the food that's.
Okay.
Yeah, she made them have to label the GMO foods versus the organic, the real food, because at first they didn't have to do that, and so she implemented law where they have to indicate it on the food if it's a genetically modified food. I think she did that, you know, because she wasn't the president, but she did that. That was a good thing. But I just think that we have a lot of people's mind is just not right. They're talking about Black community. Well, what are jobs at? What a job? You're talking about Black business. What are damn jobs at? If it's our business, what are jobs at? Why Black men ain't working? And they're going to try and get broken down. And then something like this happen and they standing all in front of Target, trying to stop people from going in there. Target ain't gave a shit. They ain't gave nothing to your community. They're standing with the biggest corporation in America, and they haven't gave $100 million to restructure or allocate towards anything got to do with Black, or 50 million or 10 million or 5 million. They haven't done that. They do it in the white communities. See, and that's the thing. We got to stop talking about Black business if it's not no damn Black business. That's wrong with us. Just because we see it in our neighborhood don't mean it's a Black business. Fuck their business. We need our own shit. I don't care. You know, I'm not for riding and all that, but shit, if they get it, they get it. We have to get to the point where we got to be about us. If we ain't building it for ourselves, it's terrible. It's not good to do that. It's not a good look. But I can't, what can I say? I'm just glad nobody got hurt. That's all I can say. Because the same business that when people didn't have jobs, they had to shoplift and shit like that to feed their family, they're giving them felonies and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk in the damn store, motherfucker walking around. You remember how people treat you in those same store, the same store, this time, oh, our community. Fuck the community. Fuck that. That's not your community. If everything in there owned by white people and the Chinese and all them different nationalities, that's not your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I got to govern with a state, man. I got to do we should do for self, man.
Right.
But we need some funds too that they've been robbing us from, man.
Yeah.
We need our funds, man.
Shit, every time
to get started. And the ones like us that trying to do things, man, we get labeled as racist and separatists and all this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're actually trying to do better for ourselves. Master you.
But they gotta see this protest is scaring a lot of people because I don't think they ever seen Black people and these members come together and white folks. I don't think they expect it because Black people have been getting killed all the time. And people say, well, you know, ain't nothing, they ain't do nothing. But these young people said, you know what, fuck it. You know, fuck this. And you know what, in Minnesota, the gang violence is 0 right now. They're all out there fighting the same fight.
Because they're fighting the real enemy, man.
The gang, huh?
The government.
Exactly. See, they rebelled. It's not just about.
I have a question about that. Mm-hmm. And my question is, where are the gangs? Because
they there.
They ain't shooting.
No, they ain't shooting, which is a good thing. You know, they're not shooting, but because see, the gangs here ain't like the gangs other places. It's real terrible Black on Black crime, you know. And I was telling people the other day, every week you hear about somebody getting killed, you know, and you haven't heard that. They're all out there fighting the same fight. And that's why I said, if they start shooting these kids, innocent kids, These kids they're gonna defend themselves. It's not like in 1968. You get what I'm saying? And that what you see on TV, as far as black people, that ain't nothing. Ain't nobody really came out. 24,000 people of black people, that ain't nothing. You have millions of black people in Minnesota, and that's why they scared. The real folk, a lot of people ain't really came out. So I said, if they start killing people's families doing something like that, they want a race war, they may get one if they do that. I don't think they want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think they may think they want to do that, but they don't want to do that. You know, I know they don't. You know, because it's not gonna be like Martin Luther King days and Malcolm X days. Because back then they were halfway scared. These guys ain't scared. These guys staring down. I told my friend today, I said, never seen nothing like it. They staring down, they backing up, they ain't got no guns. Like they out here just really protesting for real, really non-violent. And they backing up the fucking military. I see them motherfuckers backing up. I'm like, what the fuck? They still moving forward. Them motherfuckers backing up. I'm like, hell no. And they not shooting nobody. They ain't got no guns. They ain't got nothing. They just doing this just on air. You know, just
because God is with them. See what I'm saying?
That's right.
With the children of Israel. I'm leaving it alone.
I've never seen nothing like that in my life. These kids, man, I think we all need to be saying, thinking they don't even know what they're doing. This is history. We have always been getting killed and stuff and never really stood up ever. Never had the, you know, in these numbers. And I'm not saying, yeah, I think it's sloppy, let's sloppy protest, but that's all right. Because the fact is, they ain't got no leader. You know, they just standing up, they protesting. And a lot of white people protesting. A lot of white people sincere about this. Minnesota's you know, the inner city is very mixed. And the good thing about that, man, I said, it made me feel a certain way. I was like, damn, they making they called in the fucking National Guard. The police couldn't do nothing with it. There was so many. You can't do nothing when you got 24,000 people. You know, you can't do nothing because they're gonna rush your ass, right? If you start even shooting, they're gonna rush like they did that truck. If you seen that today, that was an 18-wheeler. They made that motherfucker stop. He tried to run through and kill the people. When they got through, they stopped at 70, 80 miles an hour. They made that motherfucker stop. Then they snatched his ass up out of there. You know, but the thing is, when you see that, our people never did it. I mean, we always been, you know, you have some riots. Even the LA riot is not like what we seeing now.
Thanks. You're right, brother.
That's true.
It is so, these kids, because it's everywhere. LA was just in LA, but you got Minnesota, and there's so many people here. And it's just like, when I seen them kids, like real, I say they from like 15 to 16 to like maybe 26. And when I see them motherfuckers stand there, and they was saying, go, you know, trying to scare them. And them motherfuckers standing there, and they walking all together. White, black, all these motherfuckers walking towards, and they shooting at these, but they still, I said, you know what? I never seen nothing like that in my life. I said, look, this nation, these black folks have been so broken for so long. What else can you do to them besides kill them? You get what I'm saying? They made the fucking military back the fuck up. I've never, with no guns, not violent.
Like Trump said, what you got to lose?
You know, right, yeah.
What you got to lose?
What you got to lose, because they ain't gonna give, look, a lot of people say protesting don't work, but we seeing it. We seeing it. Now, I'm not gonna say we gonna get the justice we deserve, because I don't believe we will. But that prosecutor, the district attorney, Mike Freeman, is a known racist, right? He's known to give black people so much time and all that shit, and give white people a little time. And he said, well, you know, as we looked at it, we don't think we see anything that's criminal. He wasn't gonna file no charges at first, right? He said he don't see nothing criminal. They crushed this dude's neck. And you couldn't see the tape because it was 3 police holding the dude down on the other side of the car. So you only seen him on the dude's neck, but it was 3 other police holding his body down on the other side of the car. And one thing I do like about the black chief of police, because he's the chief of police, he found, never before in history had this been done. He fired all 4 of them on the scene. Normally they investigate, have you administrative leave when you still get paid. He fired all 4 right there on the scene. And they said that was never before done. And referred charges, said this is criminal, referred charges to the district attorney, Mike Freeman. You know what Mike Freeman did? He said, I don't see no criminal. I don't see nothing criminal here. You get what I'm saying? This protest made that motherfucker have to charge the case. Now he ain't given first degree, but he really had let him, they've been forced. And they said, hey, the governor and the white governor and the mayor have said, these other officers did a crime. They got to be brought to justice. You got the governor saying this, you got the mayor saying this, the chief of police saying this, and this motherfucker won't charge these people? You ain't never heard that in your life. Because these people know each other. This is how they get down. See, they got a secret code. We do all our shit out here. They got a secret code. He still have not charged them people. He said, well, we know we got to take our time. You didn't take your time when you presumed this dude had, talking about it was and then the Arab store is really the one, the catalyst that started it. Talking about our community. He went in a store. Now this dude had a brand new Mercedes-Benz. So he wasn't no bum like they trying to act like he's crazy out of his mind. He was not that. He went in the store. He tried to pay for some. They said the $20 was fake. Now how they normally do it, if your $20 is fake, they just take the $20, say it's fake. So he went back, took another $20 and paid him with a real $20. But the young dude, the Arab dude, had already called the police. See, I think that's the part people missing too. You know what I'm saying? And that Arab dude, those stores are not our stores. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting to. Like, it makes me mad when people talk about black businesses when they don't do nothing but suck our money and suck us up. You know what I'm saying? They're parasites in our community. They're not our fucking business. Look, if they did, go out of business. Pull your money together and buy the land and build your own shit. You know, we got to get to that point. We got to stop trying to, we scared to let the white man go. We scared to let the white corporation go. Oh, where we gonna get our medicine from? Nigga, go on the other side of the town and get it until you build something up for yourself. You get what I'm saying? We got to get to that point because a lot of the old cats is scared. They scared to rebel because they like the security of what white people provide for them. And these young kids don't know nothing about that. They don't care about that. You know, the girls going to jail, they took all these people to jail, right? All these girls are taking the only way to jail. So the girl got a phone. And they got the white girls in there, they got black girls in there. It's like, we gonna be kicking it tonight. We gonna be twerking in there. They don't even know what they're doing. They just standing. They still smiling. They don't even know they're creating history right now for all of us. Our ancestors been here, over 400 years under brutality. We lost our language, we lost our heritage, we lost everything that a person that identifies who a person is. We lost that at the count of white supremacy and white slave people. We lost all of that. You know, they couldn't stand up because they was outnumbered and they was outpowered. But these kids, Martin Luther King, them, and Malcolm X, and all, people at different times, they tried to stand up, but they didn't have what, they still was scared. These kids, they're not scared. You know, and like I said, these numbers is not 23,000 people ain't nothing to Minnesota. They really ain't coming out. You know, and on top of that, you got white people that's genuine saying, I went to this place today and this white woman was telling me, she says, it's messed up how they did that dude, man. They killing our people. And she talking to me like, you know, she's like, Trump is putting that out there that they should kill black people and all that. he ain't saying it directly, but he's got the undertone going on. And these white people in Minnesota,
all the ones gonna take it that way, man. The extreme right wing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
you said what
Yeah,
now?
to kill them. When Trump said shoot the looters, whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't say black people, man. But the extreme right wing is looking like, yeah, blacks, Mexicans, Arabs, you know, anything have a color. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Especially niggas.
Let me correct it. They're not talking about the Arabs. They're not talking about the blacks. They're talking about the Mexicans. They don't fuck with them like they fuck with us. They talking. See, we don't supposed to be alive. They've been trying to kill us out. They have genocided people. You get what I'm saying? They have genocided motherfuckers. You know, the shit that we went through, no one else has had it for 400 years. You got to be a strong seed to be able to withstand all of that.
Don't forget the African Holocaust now. Don't even forget them years.
Huh?
Don't forget about the African Holocaust. That's some more years added to that. More bodies died. I mean, more people died.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got so much trauma. And when these kids, nobody stood up in these numbers all over the nation. Man, you got a lot of people. You got these people saying, wait a minute, we got to do something because it's getting out of control because we don't have enough. See, you better realize you got about 30% of black folks in the military. These motherfuckers not going to kill their family for no damn, for that. They're not going to do that. That's why they took the black police off the post because they saying, they pretty much making the statements, we can't trust y'all to go out here because we know it's fucked up. You know it's fucked up. So you're going to choose to do the right thing if you out here with these people. They want the disconnect. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, you know, it's historical that these people, and I don't care how they doing it, I'm just hoping that people don't get killed. Now, I heard the police in Chicago, I think it was in Chicago, or not, yeah, I think it was in Chicago somewhere. A police ran over a pregnant girl and killed her. And I don't know if she was protesting or not, but I know that happened. And and so that's one thing. This shit is still going. It's not going to stop because they will never give you. When they freed the slaves, if Mexicans come over here and they can get a green card, right? Everybody can get citizenship. But you're a freed slave. You never got, that's why you don't have constitutional rights because you was just a freed slave. They never changed that.
3/5 of a man, never been changed.
And
a black person is 3/5 of a human being.
See what I'm
never been changed.
That's what I'm saying. So when you go to, so when they looking at you, that's how they feel. See what I'm saying? And then white people like, oh, well, I didn't do racism and I didn't do slavery and all of that. We didn't do that. Every time you go to work, you do it because it's in the fabric of your business. You know, if you go to Wells Fargo had to just come and apologize, a year and a half ago, because it came to the forefront that they owned and was trading slaves. That's where their money came from, Wells Fargo and JP Morgan Chase Bank. That's all motherfucking money from our people's slavery. This is true. If you look it up, they have publicly came out and apologized for their part in slave. They did the first slave trade in Wells Fargo. That's why they flipped their money. It was illegal money, and they flipped it over into lending. This is what they've done. Our people have built nations, and they want to shut us out of it, and then will tell us about our community.
We are a nation, Sean. We're a nation, man.
Huh?
We're bigger than America, man. We're a nation alone. Black people in America are a nation. You know what I'm saying?
The world. You know, black people in London, you know, black folks in London, black people is, man, they all over. Not all, you know, I'm not saying all black, because some people they're not the same tribe, but it's all over. You got pockets, you got, you know, the Brazilians, you got the Dominicans, you got the Jamaicans, you have the Cubans, you got all those Afro-Latino people. You know, you got, but they told you was different. They told you, now we all came on the boat, right? We all was on the boat. But when we was here before the Wahoo McDaniels.
Woo, 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 you know what I mean? We was here before the American Indian.
When you got here, you Cuban. You just black. You know what? You just black. You're a Negro. That means black. And you know, and you are Jamaican, and you this and you that. They separated you up. So you'll think in your psyche that you got over. Let me tell you something. It's about maybe 8. They don't want to tell us this. That's why they're scared. Because really, we are the majority. You got about 60 million people that's said that is black. That is black. They won't tell you this, right? You got about another 30 to 40 million that is Afro-Latino that identify with black, the Puerto Ricans. All of them that identify, they'll say it, but they know who you are. They know the Puerto Ricans, and I'm not talking about the white folks, I'm talking about the Afro-Latino, the Afro people, that people that got that, they vibe the same way as you go to New York. The Puerto Ricans and the blacks living together, you be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? If you go to, you know any Cuban people, man, they just like, they don't know, like it's no difference. You vibe with them because they're the same. You know what I'm saying? So they moved, and they was really smart about this, white folks was, they told us that we were different so that we could never look at each other as brothers and sisters. But that's changing because everybody is watching right now. And like the mayor said, everybody's watching Minnesota and how they deal with this because they got to be very careful because them dudes up in Chicago, if they turn them guns off each other and rebel, what the fuck they gonna do?
Hey, man, you lay it down, man. You got 5. Master you. See what you got to say.
Yep, I'm here.
You gonna add on, guy?
Man, the brother already said my piece. The brother already, I mean, he shucks. He he said everything I could say. I mean, he got it. You know, I said my piece beforehand. You know, he got it. You know, and I'll say, you know, I'll definitely say this. Like I said, the same thing last night. You know, I just saying, you know, black people just need to take this opportunity and figure out just how to move forward from this. You know what I'm saying? I don't, like I said, the ride and stuff, I don't have no problem with, I'm cool with, but you know, after this, after you destroy, you got to have a plan to build. You got to have a plan for that. And then also too, this should be a lesson to black people. You don't have to kill your brother. If you can come together and protest over somebody getting, you know, their neck put on, or, you know, throughout all this oppression, then why am I shooting you over a color of a rag that you're wearing? Well, if I step on a pair of shoes, a Nike pair of shoes, you know, everybody got nice Nikes, man, of all races and creeds. But somebody step on my Nikes, I say, these my shoes. Okay, yeah, you bought them, but yeah, but that's the whole Nike brand. You fighting over a brand that's not even yours. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can come together to do this, come together and do something even greater. You get what I'm saying? If we coming together, uniting and doing all this stuff, let's come together and do something greater. Like I said earlier, let's come together and build our own targets. You get what I'm saying? Let's come together and do these things. And, you know, some people may say, like, Mari, what you're talking about is racist. No, I'm not talking about anything that's racist. I think no matter what your color is, your nation of people should have their own things. Chinese people should have their own stores, their own thing. You get what I'm saying? They should have their own. You white, whatever, you should have your own. And the reason why I say that is because when you have one group that's dominant over the other, you get what I'm saying? You have a certain level of control. You get what I'm saying? And if you are black, you go to a school where there's no black people, there's no black teachers, there's nothing there to represent you at all. There's nothing there. So you need representation. You need neighborhoods. You need things that represent you. So when things happen to you, you can have people who come out as ambassadors to speak up and do things for you. Get what I'm saying? So like, I didn't say people couldn't be friends. Not what I said. But what I am saying is black people need their own things. Who black own basketball teams and baseball teams? You don't have that. That stuff ain't owned by us. We don't own Hardest. We may own a franchise, but you don't own the brand. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So like, there needs to be more stuff, you know. And I know there's like a lot of black lawyers and stuff like that. But remember how Black Wall Street and stuff was? Was there crime in Black Wall Street? Let me know. When did all this crime in Black communities start? When did it start? Let's go back. Did it, in slavery time, were we killing each other? I know we're probably telling on each other, but let's say after slavery, we started having our neighborhoods. Were we killing and massacring each other? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm like legit for real. Were we massacring each other in our neighborhoods? I'm not trying to be funny. Like I'm legit asking somebody. Can somebody let me know? Were we killing and robbing and killing each other in our neighborhoods? Once slavery was over and we got out, we started building our own neighborhoods, et cetera, et cetera. Were we massacring and killing each other? I'm not trying to be funny. I legit want to know. Was there a lot of crime in Soul City? Let me know. Was there crime in Black Wall Street? I'm not quite sure, but I'm talking. Were we killing and maiming and massacring? Were we doing it?
No.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm asking legitimately because people say we cannot exist and be peaceful. Because when I look at these areas, I don't see none of that stuff. I don't see it. You get what I mean? Again, somebody may have done more research than what I have, but I don't hear about no violence and stuff like that. But what I do hear about is people coming and bombing the cities, setting people up, lying and doing things like that. You get what I'm saying? That's what I heard. That's what I read about. You get what I'm saying? And so, like, again, I'll just say this: nobody can save Black people but Black people. Point blank. Period. It's okay for people to empathize for you and whatever, but can't nobody save you. You can't nobody save you but your people. And if people say, well, Jesus can't save you till you ready to be saved. Point blank. Period. Can't save you. You get what I'm saying? You can't. If you can't save no one unless they want to be saved. So Black people have to save ourselves. Get what I'm saying? And you can't expect anyone that has dealt you a hand of oppression to save you. It goes against everything it goes against their system. It goes against all of that. You understand what I'm saying? And with that also being said, I said the same thing last night. The best thing anybody of any color who said, look, I got Black friends and I'm really with them, is after all this marching and protesting, when it come time to go down to City Hall and all that stuff, go out there and make things happen. The same way that people stormed the Michigan thing with all their guns, all the white guys and women with their guns. I want freedom. I want rights. I want to get my hair done. Do the same thing when somebody shoot one of these Black people. Keep that same energy. If you got biracial kids, and I got biracial kids. I love them.
You said a mouthful, man. You said a mouthful, man.
That's what I'm saying. When you got biracial kids and stuff, when all this stuff, when it comes time to vote, whatever, use your white privilege to go in these schools and say, hey, no, these are my kids. I'm their dad and I'm white. I'm their mom and I'm white, whatever it is, but these are my kids. And I know they look Black, but these are my kids. And so this school need X, Y, and Z. When you start talking like that, they start rubbing people the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say a lot of people love your culture, but they don't love you. They love your culture. I love your music. I love your body shape. I love your hair. I love all this stuff, but I don't necessarily love you. I love your culture. You get what I'm saying? And once you start pulling back that type of stuff, it begins to reveal a lot of stuff about a lot of people. A lot of people benefit and profit off you because they love your culture, but they don't necessarily love you. Because a lot of times when people want something to change, man, they make things change. You get what I'm saying? They really make things change. You get what I'm saying? And people, like I said, if you have white friends or whatever it is, you in interracial relationships, again, if your kids look Black, when they get pulled over by the cops, they're not saying your kids mixed, they're gonna say your kids Black. And so that same energy, if you're white, go down there with that same energy, like, no, these are my kids. This will not, no, I will persecute all of y'all to the full extent of every ounce of my whiteness or whatever it is. I'm gonna do whatever I can. If you come in these neighborhoods doing X, Y, Z, we not tolerate it because that's my son, that's my daughter. I know they look this way, but they may be mixed or whatever it is. That's for me, like that, to me, that's true allyship. When somebody, get what I'm saying? To me, that's what it is. When you see a Black man getting stumped out in the street, now Black people should do the exact same thing. You go out there and defend that. It's like, no, my son Black. You finna be treating the kid. Nope, not on my watch. To me, that's when somebody show you like, okay, cool. Like, no, this is what it is. But Black people are so quick to trust anybody. Again, like I said last night, long as somebody play a Wu-Tang song or KRS-One, or I like 50 Cent. Oh, that's my ally. Come to the cookout. Okay, that's all they got to do. All they got to do is put a commercial on and say we all in this together. And you so quickly change. You get what I'm saying? I know people say all these great cops, all these good cops, all these Instagram things, all these great cops, all these good cops. But before all this rioting, where were all these good cops? When the dude got shot in the car, they said, do you know what I'm saying? The dude got shot in the car and said, look, I have a concealed carry permit. I can get it out of the glove compartment for you. They shot this dude in front of his daughter. With his girl sitting in the front seat. What was all, you get what I'm saying? Like, so when Ahmaud Arbery was just shot and killed because they thought he did something, where was all this allyship and stuff? What was all these police then? Not trying to be funny. Where was all them like, no, I felt sad. No. Nope. They didn't happen to all these Instagram and Facebook videos came out. Not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not. This is just facts. This is just facts, man. And so that's why I'm saying all these people might be marching with you, but are they truly with you? And that's why I say when the dust settles, you will see who and what's what. You get what I'm saying? That's all. That's it. That's all I'm saying, man. That's it, man. You gonna see when all this dust settles. Yeah, I see everybody got on dashikis and all. Okay. This go for black people too. You get what I'm saying? This go for black people. Okay, you wearing dashikis and doing all this stuff. I was out there. Okay. This black guy or black woman over there selling t-shirts. Well, t-shirt called $15. I ain't buying that mess. But you go right in JCPenney's and buy a $30 shirt. Wait a minute. Hold on. Come on now. You go down to Ruth Chris and spend hundreds of dollars, but you can't support this black caterer. But okay. All right. There you go. Enough said. You put your walking shoes on though and walk with a sign. No, okay. And I'm not disrespecting it. That's great. But what I'm saying is taking it a step farther. That's all I'm saying. You make sense what I'm saying? When they start having these town hall meetings in these black neighborhoods, and you're saying you're a white ally, like no, again, this like Cameron is my white, he's my black friend. Like no, this is my friend. And so an injustice to Cameron is an injustice to me because that literally is my friend. I genuinely love this person. That's when you say I don't. That's when to me when you don't see color. When it goes that way, you get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You feel what? To me that's what you know. But you will find like a lot of times it don't be that, man. It don't be that way.
Nah.
It don't be that way. So. But anyway, man, I'm gonna shut up.
You know, that's real though. That's real shit. We got in the building right now. My Nuwaubian brother, Nabat. Ride by, brother.
Yeah, hey, Raul back, family. How's it going?
Good, brother. Good, brother. It's lit in here, man. You know, talking about solutions and what we can do. We got a freedom fighter in here, oath keeper in here. Brad Thomas went to school with him. You know what I mean? He talking about uniting. You know, and we putting it all in the right perspective, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what we need to do, man.
But like you said, when the smoke clears, are we still gonna be standing for a damn law? Which we all understand the damn law. Are we gonna stand together for humanity? Humanity also with just the law. You know what I'm saying? Not just the damn law. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got anything to add with that, brother?
Yeah, most definitely, man. You know, I agree. I saw a video earlier. Supposedly, the brother Polite, like, supposed to be trying to organize the gangsters or whatever like that. I'm not sure exactly how he's going about it, but I do think that, you know, we need to start organizing our people to be more, you know, to be more precise, you know what I mean, and what we doing is rather than just being involved in, you know what I mean, the type of rioting that we're doing right now, you know what I mean, because like I was saying yesterday, we don't want to couple our struggle, you know what I mean, with the struggles of those, you know what I mean, who are bringing their own frustrations, you know, that don't have nothing to do with George Floyd. It has nothing to do with you know, what we have been facing for the past 400 years. They're bringing this to, you know, to our protests, and it's causing like you know, it's causing negative repercussions on our people. So, you know, we don't want to participate in that, but we definitely do want effect and change. So we're seeing that, you know, we're seeing that, you know, starting to happen in certain cities on certain levels or whatever. But I do agree that, you know, what I mean, we need to organize our own people, you know, what I mean, those who are armed, you know, those who have military training, combat training, um, as well as the organizers, the leaders, you know, who do understand the law, who do understand how to negotiate. And we just got to come together with our different organizations, man, because it's pretty much our collective resources, and really sitting down and putting into words exactly what we want. Uh, you know, whether that may be addressing the whole reparations thing. I think that we really need to take this time, use this time and this energy to, you know, address um what we've really been facing here, and not just make this about George Floyd, not just make this about these 4 officers, but it's most definitely about George Floyd. You see what I'm saying? And we got to use that. Um, we got to use this energy right now to, you know, to push us forward and get what we want. So that's pretty much what I had to contribute on that. I know that we had a family call earlier today within our tribe and within our nation, our government leaders, you know, so we're pretty much organizing on our own as
Good,
far
good.
as you know, what we can contribute and bring, you know, to these, you know, to our people, you know what I mean? And you know, pretty much like we said, we just want to come together and really put what we have, what we each have as far as our different organizations on the table, and just start making demands, man. You know, but it's gonna take us, it's gonna take a nation, you see what I'm saying? A sovereign nation to a sovereign nation, and that's the best way to get results.
I agree. We need to get look into our sovereignty, bro. We definitely do, because we are our own nation. You know what I mean? Way before George Washington, way before Wahoo McDaniel. No disrespect, you know what I mean? We was here. We can go back to the old Max. Break that down for me, brother. Break it down to the true founding fathers, brother, if you will, brother in the back.
You said break down what? Say that again.
The old Max, the people that was here before everybody, before the Vikings, before Columbus, and all them.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Olmecs essentially, when we just got to remember that we're talking about the Ethiopians, or the Nubans from, you know, Nubia, or from Napata, you know, but essentially these were people who came from originally from Uganda, you know, and traveled up the Nile, you know, to these different places like Ethiopia, Nubia, then even traveled, you know what I mean, where the first travelers over here, you know, first set up civilizations in the Americas, in South America, Mexico, um, even in the, you know, just in the South, down in the South. So, but they carried our original sciences, our original spiritual sciences, our original culture, and we were the first civilizers. Like our master teacher explained to us that, you know, we were never civilized, and our people, you know, we were never civilized because
Right.
we were the original civilizers. So, you know, with that, you know, with saying that, whether it's the Olmecs or whether we looking at, you know, the Ethiopians, you know, the Nubians, people of Meroe, Napata, Kush, you know, Uganda, we got to get back to our original way, because that's what the world respects. The world respects culture. The world respects tradition. You know what I mean? The world respects language. When you have all of these things, you have your own resources, and you really stand up for yourself and your people, and you love yourself in that way. And it shows in your conduct. It shows in the clothes you choose to wear. It shows in the language that you choose to speak. It shows in the way that you treat your brother. You know what I mean? It shows in, you know, your day-to-day activities, how dependent you are on your own people as opposed to dependency on others. These are the types of things that actually show you know, who you are as a people, and it actually establishes respect. So I just say that, you know, these are the type of things that we need to start working towards. And it starts with, you know, loving yourself. You know what I mean? Loving our own people. You know what I mean? That's pretty much where, you know, and even that starts with the education. So I know we got work. We pretty much got work to do. You know what I mean?
Well, we got a whole lot of work to do, bro. We've been had 40 years. Definitely been brainwashed. Not eating the right foods of our culture. We got our own language in New Wapping. You know what I mean? I'm still learning that, bro. And you know, we gotta get our ways back, man. And get our respect back. Hey, brother Brad Thomas, you still there? Brad, you still there? Thomas, you still there? He probably got the hell off. We got tired of hearing this shit. Anybody else got anything to say? Say Haru?
Was that dude white?
I'm still here, man. I heard everything you said, sucker.
Okay. I want to say, hey, you ain't saying shit. I said,
Nah.
hey, Brandon ran the hell off. You don't hear that black shit. You don't hear that black shit.
Oh man, ain't nothing like that. I had to step outside for a second, man. I noticed my mic was on mute.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. But now you can talk, man. So how do you feel, man? What's your solutions to everything, man? For this country to move forward, man. Should we treat should the Oath Keepers and the militia treat the Constitution, the rights is like humanity? Because we seeing like constitutional rights and humanity are two different things. I mean, I want to go to March to get my damn haircut. It's two levels to this shit, as they say, man. There's levels to this shit. And we need to come together if we truly genuine. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much the solution to it all. I mean, everybody so far has made perfect sense. I mean, from everybody's own race needing their own thing, it's like a fallback plan, if you will. I mean, we got to have each other's back, period. You know, but the thing is, now I'm going to give it to you from the Native American point of view, all right? There was once upon a time where it was just us, man, and we got taken over. And now I'm seeing the exact same shit going on. You know, I mean, the Americans now are systematically being moved out. I mean, it seems like to me, just listening to the struggles of the black community, I can relate that to almost every community, from down in Laredo, from up in Redneck Trailer Park, you know, to Southside Cincinnati, Westside Cincinnati. You know, I mean, I see it everywhere I go, man.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go with you 50% on that, man. You're right.
You know,
we all got struggles, man. But it's a little bit different from the black man struggle, bro. A little bit different.
Brother was making sense when he said black people need their own thing, and that's true, because when you go to Laredo, it's all Mexican-owned businesses down there. Now, why is that? And they're supposed to be in America. It's all Mexican-owned businesses because they stick together, man. I mean, yeah, they got their little cartels. I mean, they may have a few shootouts with each other and blah blah blah. But the main point agenda is they all stick together when the basic needs comes afoot, you know. I mean, and that's the thing. You go to Trailer Parkville. I mean, most of that's pretty much corporation and sold out. So I mean, really ain't got nothing there either. I mean, it just seems to me. I mean, the guy made sense. You know, black people need their own thing for a fallback plan, but we need to come together in the middle somewhere, because we all live in this country, and as long as we avoid doing that, we're just going to keep saying the same thing over and over, because this is what the system wants us to do. It wants us to be divided completely so that we can't work together in the middle to help, you know, create a better America.
Who's that talking? What's your name, brother?
Thomas.
Okay, yeah. Hey, what's up, Thomas? It's nice to meet you, brother. I don't think I met you before, but yeah.
I went to school. I went to school with him in the back. It's my homeboy, man. I went to school with him. He's
There we
staying with the
go.
Oath Keepers, man. He got good heart, man. He got good heart, man. We back that's doing everything
Heck, man, that's the
for
thing.
the
Because,
majority.
I mean, the reason I stand with the Oath Keepers, man, is because when you actually read that Constitution and read the way it was written for all people. You know, and here's the thing. I mean, it's written in such a way that, you know, you have the right to not like somebody, just like you have the right to like somebody, or whatever the case. You know what I mean? I mean, we seen that back in school, man. There were certain people we just didn't get along with, so we didn't fool with them.
All right, go ahead, brother Bot. Got to add on to that?
Well, okay, I look at it like I put it like this. We know that when we're talking about the Constitution, that they got their Constitution from the Iroquois.
They sure did.
But now, the deception in that is that when they changed it, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. The Iroquois Constitution started off with the words "Ani Indega," which means we, the people. And when they were saying "Ani Indega," they were saying we, as in all of our independent sovereign tribes,
Yep.
collectively together, right? Who are agreeing on these certain points. You had the we that was reference to all of those tribes. The we that was included in this new constitution did not talking about we, the colonizers, along with the Arab, along with Cherokee, along with the Yamasee down in Georgia, along with the Washita down in Louisiana. That was not what they said we. They meant those of the 13 colonies side we, right? Descendants of the British colonies want to form a more perfect union between us and establish independence from the European Union and the British Crown. We want to establish independence for ourselves. This is what using the template of the Iroquois Constitution. You see what I'm saying? So they changed the dynamic. Although I agree with you, in the early 1700s when they was forming this constitution, they were in cooperation with a lot of the Native American tribes. So like if you go down here to the City Hall right here in Philadelphia, and you actually look at the structure of City Hall, you'll find out that the City Hall building here in Philadelphia was actually constructed by Native American Freemasons as well as European Freemasons. And you can see architecture in the building itself. You actually see Native Americans, what look like Native Americans holding the actual structure of City Hall, the building up, as well as colonizers, as well as a group of looks like Orientals or Chinese people. So back in the 1700s, multiple here in the city that were all participating idea of a unified people. But again, I got to reiterate that when this new constitution was written up and formed up, it was not the reason why it made a new constitution was because rather than it being included in the Iroquois Constitution, they wanted to establish a new independent for themselves, being independent. And so it wasn't about the Native Americans at this point. It was really about them establishing their own form of sovereignty,
Yep.
deceiving and using Native Americans in order to do it, and using the Native American Constitution in order to do it. So I look at it like this, and I don't want to be long. I look at it like this. Although there are certain things in the United States Constitution where our people are also given certain rights, we are inclusive. That was originally, that originally included our people. It was not based around us, and therefore we shouldn't use that, because a lot of times we'll try to use that and say, well, that's my constitutional right. It's not necessarily, wasn't your constitutional right to begin with. Their constitutional right, which we pretty much had like crumbs in, so to speak. You know what I mean? And if y'all want, y'all could, I don't want to be long. I just want to, we just got to separate their documents, their lawful documents, from what we can base our legal standing on. Our legal standing is based on our sovereignty from our tribes and nations to govern ourselves. It wasn't by the Constitution. We weren't by other foreign nations. They took that away from us and then told us, here, take this Constitution. They took ours. So I don't necessarily agree. I agree with you. It does need to be some middle ground, because I'm not saying that we need the Constitution. It's our territory, but we're definitely going to have to stand back up and reestablish our own government, reestablish our own Constitution, our own laws, and govern ourselves. And sit down at the table with the United States government, and just like in Louisiana, empress of the Waccamaw Nation, she has regained power over her territory. So that her and her tribe are literally able to live on the Louisiana territory, invaded by the United States government, and she has her own government, her own license plates, cards, and her whole tribe is sovereign. That's a fact. To the next, you can look it up.
Yeah, peace family. How everybody doing? Peace, brother Nabat. How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm good, bro. How you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I thank everybody for coming up here tonight. I thank y'all for helping us out and helping us, with the question, help us get prepared for the next stage of what's going on. But with that being said, we're gonna get right to shut the show down. So I want to give everybody the opportunity to, let people know where they can find you, how they can get in contact with you.
I'm Neb Unk. All right. I'm not long with it all. I'm Neb Unk Amin Ray on Facebook. Definitely a freedom fighter. Ain't no agenda, but for humanity. That's my agenda. And I enjoy the show. I think we all can learn from each other. I think for the listeners, subscribe to NCRBGZ Production. Smash the like, subscribe. We need to do a part 2 on this. First chance we get. I know tomorrow gonna be financial teachers tomorrow. That's good, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna pass the mic.
Hello? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
I just want to give y'all an update before everybody get off. Governor just fuck off. Mike Freeman, I was telling you that prosecutor, white guy. Governor of Minnesota just reassigned Keith Ellison as the prosecutor for those white police officers. And so he's a black guy. So I just want y'all to know that. Hello?
All right, all
I hear
right.
you, brother. No problem.
Yeah, so it's your brother in the back. Yeah, it was a good talk. I was only here for about a good 30 minutes. I didn't catch too much of it. But yeah, once again, it was a good panel discussion, and look forward to the next.
Peace Amal. Peace Amal. Wadu.
Yo, why do, brother? Brother Thomas and Sean, y'all want to give y'all closes?
You know, I don't like to close nothing, but anyway.
Well,
I'm still, man, I'll be up to about 3 or 4 in the morning here because I got to see what's going on here. But I'll be up just to kind of inform people like they have they arrested all these young folks, and I got to send this information to them so they can get a free bail. You know, these people can get them out of jail and stuff like this. So I'll probably be up to about 4 o'clock in the morning. But I'm still, I can't close it, but I'll let y'all close it.
Brad, what you gotta say, Brad? Closing statement.
Sound like good work you're doing there, brother.
I'm trying to help out any way I can. So, because I know these are young kids, man, and you know, just trying to help out so, you know, we can kind of monitor who. I told people, you know, if they arrest you or something like that, go on your Facebook page or something, just say they arrested me. So we'll know where they going, you know, we'll know what's going on, because I don't want these kids to come up missing, you know what I'm saying? So
Did you say, you said it was a particular organization that's trying to get, you know, get it listed? Would you say a website or something?
Yeah,
get the information on that.
It's a number here in Minnesota. I'm sure we got two companies here in Minnesota that have allocated funds to bail out these protesters. And I don't know, it's not in the other states, but here they try to keep these kids, you know, these young folks out, because everybody know this is just bogus and they're not violent. So they just try to keep these kids, get them out of there as quick as they can, you know. And you know, due to this corona thing and all that, we don't really know what's going on with that. They try to keep them out, you know. As soon as they take them in, they try to get them out. And so they pay them their whole bail, just bailing them out. So that's a good thing, you know.
Hey, so look, hey, Seharu.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Hey, look, we closing out now. I just wanted to get that information from the brother. So look, on the next class, and make sure that we invite him out, because that's some pertinent information. We want to try to find out what organization that is, so that whatever city that's in, you know what I mean, hopefully we can get that information to them and they can get these brothers out of prison.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean?
That's facts. I heard a little bit about a certain person that was paying people bond in Minneapolis. I can't think of the celebrity name right now.
Was it T.I. or?
No, it wasn't T.I. No. But we'll do a part 2, or we'll do another show to allow Sean to elaborate more to get this information out to the family. And like always, man, I thank y'all for taking the time out to spend that time with us, to be here on the show, or to watch the playback, or to comment, or those that's gonna watch it, or those who watch it live. And with that, we'll catch y'all next time. Peace, y'all. Peace.
Wadu.
Peace. Wadu.